What compelled you to go to Chicago?
Well, the compulsion might be a little strong of a term, but kind of the reason I went there was I was becoming, politically aware, and I was opposed to the Vietnam War, and in particular, the idea that Humphrey was going to get nominated without getting any votes in any primary whatsoever. So I was kind of incensed about that. Basically, I hitchhiked out to Chicago.
Oh, I was going to ask how you got out there.
Yeah. I was a poor college student, and at that time, hitchhiking was, kind of an okay.
Were you like a long-haired hippie type?
Yes. Yeah. Yeah. I was only there a short time, and I think myself and the other friend, the guy, we want to maybe a couple of demonstrations. So myself and this friend ended up on the 28th going down to a demonstration in Grant Park.
Yeah.
What was going on there, which I think turned out to be Norman Mailer and a bunch of other people speaking,
Yeah.
was that was broken up, and there were directions to disperse. From what I'm reading, that Tom Hayden was saying leave in small groups. I don't remember that part of it. All I remember is myself and my friend being told to get out of there. So we were told to disperse, but then the bridges over to Michigan Avenue were blocked. You couldn't get out of there. You were told to get out of there, and you couldn't get out of there. As we were blocked off from going forward, there was a line of police to the left also, so nobody could go back into Grant Park.
Mm-hmm.
And then I noticed, there's a line of police following us from the behind.
Yeah.
And I'm claustrophobic, don't like crowds,
Yeah.
and there was a big crowd of folks there.
Yeah.
And so I tried to get onto the edge of the crowd where there was no police.
Yeah.
And so I did. I was on the far right, and sure enough, no sooner did I get there than there's a line of police with clubs coming down Balboa Avenue towards me. It happened in pretty short order. I sat down and sort of like a passive, non-threatening pose. They clubbed me, in fact.
Oh, they clubbed you?
Yeah.
When you were sitting down?
Yes. Fortunately, I had my hands like this, and he clubbed me between they hit my head, but because he had to aim, he didn't really hurt me. He knocked off my glasses, which remain on Michigan and Balboa Avenue to this day.
Yeah. A police van of some kind?
Yeah, right, right. And I was the first one in the van, actually. And people were coming in one after the other. There was one fella, or I suppose it was a fella, and this all I know was
what you saw.
What I saw, yeah, was that there was a knife stick going like this around groin level, hitting this person that was subsequently thrown into the van. So anyway, what I was charged with was it was a misdemeanor, failure to disperse from the site of a riot.
Uh-huh.
And that was, again, it was just a misdemeanor. I believe there wasn't any bail involved or anything. I was just let go in my own recognizance, which was kind of nice. But to no one's surprise, I was found guilty, and again had to pay a fairly modest fine. It was not, a lot of worse things happened to people.